Let's take a look at the ingredients. So these are the only 5 ingredients you will need to make nachos. And apart from this, I'll show you also a easy dip which is like similar to a Mexican dip that you can enjoy with this. So to begin with, I've taken rice flour. You can also go ahead and make this just of the corn flour or makai ka atta, what we call it. So I've taken rice flour because this also becomes very crispy and nice with rice flour. So this is the cup that I've used to measure. This is 1 1/4 cup of rice flour. I have say 5 to 6 garlic cloves which I've removed skin. I have 1 medium sized onion roughly chopped because we're going to blend this anyway. I have 1 teaspoon of jeera and I have 2 teaspoons of corn flour. Now this is optional. If you have it, you can add it, else you will also get very crispy nachos just with the rice flour. So let's begin to make our nachos first. I'm going to take a small mixer bowl. I'm going to add in the raw onion, garlic and the jeera, and we're going to make a paste out of this without adding water, like just it needs to be a nice paste. So I'm going to blend this. This is how it will look. This is how you need to make the paste, and we will keep this aside. Now one more small step. To the rice flour, we're going to add in corn flour, the cornstarch that we had taken. If you don't have corn flour, like I said, you can use rice flour only. And also, if for some people who do not eat onion or do not like the smell of garlic, you can skip this process and you can just use in jeera powder and you should be good. So this is mixed well. Let's begin to make nachos. We'll start by heating a pan, and I'm going to add 1 cup of water to this. It is the same cup measurement that I measured the rice flour with. So I'm going to add 1 cup of water, and I'm going to add the paste that we made of onion, garlic and jeera. I'm going to mix this with the water. And let the water get heated a little bit. You don't have to boil the water because it will become very hard for you to make the dough then. So you just have to ensure the water is little warm. And then we're going to add in our flour mixture to this pan step by step. You don't have to add all of it together, otherwise it will become like one big lump. You see the water started heating up. And I'm going to now quickly take a stirrer in my hand, and I'm going to start adding the flour. I have added all of it. You have to try and make a dough in the pan itself as much as possible. Here, this way, by just pressing it down. Now quickly take it out in a plate for us to make a dough, else this will start browning. Now don't wait for it to become too cold also. You have to just cool it a little bit so that you are able to form a dough out of this. And you can add in a little water if you are finding difficulty to make a dough. Else this should be okay. Ideally you should not need more water. So let this cool down a little bit, and then I'm going to make a dough of this. Gets a little sticky on your hand. You can also take in like little oil, put it on your hand, and then you can mix this. This will become easier for the flour not to stick to your hand, and you will be able to do it properly. So this is ready. We will cover this with a damp cloth and keep so that this does not become dry. Now we will have to take a rolling board. You can also do it on your platform itself if you don't have a rolling board. Now I'm going to take half a portion of this dough. I've taken half a portion of this dough. I'm just going to make it form a ball shape. Press this a little bit and we are going to start rolling this. I'm going to put in some dry flour here. This is the same rice flour that I'm using. And we are going to start rolling this. Don't worry about the edges because anyways we're going to cut it into a rectangular shape. Just ensure you make it a little thin. Don't make it too thin also. You don't want to make papad out of this. It has to be thick enough, but ensure that you make like a rectangular pieces out of this. In half the quantity of the dough, if you're making it as per my proportion, it has to come to the corners of your rolling board. Now we are going to cut a triangle or pieces out of this. So for that we first have to make a square. And this extra dough we're going to put it back in the damp cloth so that we can reuse it. Now this I'm going to cut it in somewhat bigger square pieces like this, and we're going to work on one stripe. So you can see the thickness. This is the thickness you need. This thin you have to roll it. So here I've taken a piece. Now I'm just going to make triangles out of this. Yeah, because you see the nachos that you get out in the market is in triangle shape. If you don't want to do this, you can just simply cut it square or round or the way you want it. Okay, so I have cut them. And now an important step, you need to take a fork and make like small holes in this, like poke them so that these do not really come up like a puri in your oil. We have to fry them crispy, so for that this step is necessary. I'm going to quickly go ahead and make all of them. Guys, I'm done with all of them. This is how it looks. We're quickly going to fry it. One important thing to remember, since the time you remove the flour out of the pan till this step, you have to be really quick, else the flour could give you some problem in rotating on the rolling board or so. If that happens, also add in like 1 spoon of water and take some oil in your hand and put the flour together and restart, no problem. So let's fry this quickly. Start by heating some oil in a pan. Deep fry this basically, so you will need oil accordingly. Let me just check, it's not hot yet, let's wait. And then don't wait for the oil to become very hot also, else as soon as you put, they'll change color and turn brown. So I'm going to take one piece and just add it. The flame I've kept slow. Do not overload it at once because then it may end up sticking to each other, and that is something that we don't want. So put in few. That is it. Let's fry this first. As these are of rice flour, or if you're making of corn flour also, this will not really become golden as such in color. It will just get a light golden color. So we have to just increase the flame to medium now and keep frying this till it becomes a little golden. Let's flip them over. Slightly just flip them over, don't end up breaking them. Slightly flip them over so that it gets fried from other side as well. Bring the flame to high. This has started to turn a little golden. 2 minutes more and then we're going to take them off the flame. See the change in color. Also you will understand while flipping them only that this has become nice and crispy. Let's take them off the flame. This is how they look. So this will not become more golden, like I said. It's the seasoning that will get it to the right color. So I'll show you the seasoning as well. You can listen to the noise, how crispy these have come out. Let's put in the other batch. So I'm quickly going to fry all of them. All of them are done. You can see how crunchy these are. Now the best part. Now we're going to do some seasoning. So I am going to show you the basic masala seasoning. So I've taken 2 magic masala packet. This gives it a very nice taste. And I'm using peri peri spice here and some salt and chili powder will add. So you can go ahead and season it as per your choice. You can go ahead and use cheese powder and herbs, or you can only put in cheese powder, or you can put garlic powder. You can put the achar masala you get in the market. So you can season it as per your choice. I'm going to empty 2 of this Maggi masala packets in this. I'm going to add in peri peri. You don't really have to add in salt, but just add in like a pinch. Because you already have salt in both peri peri and Maggi. And I like it a little more spicy, so I'm going to add red chili powder. Now just mix all of these well. Now we are going to add in our nachos to this now. And the biggest trick or question of how to mix the seasoning equally. So I'm going to put the lid. And you have to just move this very slowly across so that the masala gets onto all the nachos. Don't be in a hurry, or don't just try and mix this or shake this, else you'll end up breaking all the nachos that you made in so much effort. So just toss this up, down, sideways, and this should be done. You can see how this looks extremely yummy. And I'll just show you a crunch also of one of it. You can see it's that crunchy. So fry and keep them and mix them with the seasoning and eat whenever you want to, of whichever seasoning you want. I'm also going to show you a quick easy dip which is similar to a Mexican dip that will go deliciously yum with this nachos. Take a quick look at the ingredients for making the dip. I have 1 small sized onion chopped. I have 1 big size nice red tomato chopped. I have 2 green chilies chopped. I have coriander leaves which I have roughly chopped. I have half a lime. I have salt and chili powder. I have some Tabasco and I have some ketchup. It's very easy. Apart from lemon, I'm going to add in everything in a mixer. I have added everything to the mixer like onion, tomato, green chili and coriander, and we are going to mix this in the mixer, but we don't really have to make a thin paste, guys. We just have to blend it like roughly. So let's blend this. This is what the texture looks like. This is roughly done. So I'm going to squeeze in the half lemon that we had kept. Not too much, say about 2 spoons of lemon juice. Then I'm going to add in the salt and pepper. Chili powder, salt is in it. Now let's mix this. And I'm going to add in tomato ketchup. Say about 2 spoons of tomato ketchup goes in this, and I add few drops of Tabasco sauce. That's it. I'm going to mix this. Taste this for salt or spice, whatever you want to adjust, you can adjust, and you can see how lovely this looks. This will go absolutely with the nachos that you've made, and this is really yummy. So do try this as a dip with nachos, else you can use your hunker dip as well. Hope you liked the recipe, and see you soon next time in the kitchen of Prep Cook Live. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.